Mr. Mzwanele Manyi here. Mr. Mzwanele Manyi, this must be victory for you.
No, it's just victory for the law. It's victory for justice. That's what it's about. It's what we've been saying all this time. That does not have Zuma laws. And we hope that today is going to be the final day for any of those that keep saying Stalingrad and all of that. The judge has ruled on the matter that there is no malafide in these processes that President Zuma is using. So the next time we hear anybody saying Stalingrad, delay tactics and all of that nonsense, then we must know that that person is undermining the justice system of this country.
The state here argued that the prospects of Mr. Zuma's success on his reconsideration application are very slim, and they wanted the matter to start and the trial to start. What do you make of that?
No, look, I think they can say whatever they want to say. The bottom line is that the matter is on appeal, and the reconsideration is part of the appeal process, and the judge read out the relevant clause to show that this reconsideration is a very necessary condition to a box to be ticked for that decision to be deemed as final. So for the state to be making this kind of arguments that they are making, it just shows that they don't have respect for the law.
Mr. Manyi, this particular ruling was made in the absentia of Mr. Zuma, and that is, of course, you reported to us that he is ill and that you are keeping track of how he's doing. Do you have any updates in that regard?
Yes, we do, indeed. We can update that as we speak here, and now President Zuma is in the hospital. His doctors are running tests on him. They still have not said exactly what they've got all the various symptoms, as it were, but they're still trying to get to the cause of what is the problem. So they're running tests on him. We have got, I can also confirm that we also do have a medical certificate now from a doctor. They have listed a whole range of things there, which are obviously private and confidential. But I'm sure in the chambers the judge was shown, and the judge understands that President Zuma is not playing games.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manyi. Let us just try and get a word in. I see that the spokesperson of the National Prosecuting Authority is here. I'm just going to ask my colleague Pilani Zuma to have us navigate to this particular stand where the NPA is at. If we could. Okay. Okay, we have a technical issue here to begin, but just to sum up what has been the ruling of the PMB High Court is that Mr. Zuma is entitled to the to have the trial start only after the conclusion of the Supreme Court of Appeal matter.
Nkosikhona Duma, as you say, let's stay with Nkosikhona because what we're waiting for is an opportunity to get NPA reaction. Mthunzi Mhaga, I beg your pardon, the spokesperson there in the background speaking to some of the other media. But Nkosikhona, while we wait for him to become available, let's take a few steps back for viewers just joining us and talk about the grounds on which the former president's legal team believes that had the trial gone ahead, in fact, hold that thought. We can now join in and listen to Mthunzi Mhaga, spokesperson for the NPA, reacting.
The medical team has sent a letter to the lawyers, of course, to forward to the court. Have you read anything about that?
That was communicated to the prosecution team. We are hoping that by the 17th of May he would have recovered.
Thank you very much for that.
Mr. Mhaga, Nkosikhona Duma here from Newzroom Afrika. What do you make of this particular ruling?
Look, we are disappointed that the trial couldn't resume as planned because we are ready to proceed. Unfortunately, we have to accept the judgment because it reaffirms a legal position that regulates appeals. And we are hoping that on the 17th of May, at least the president of the Supreme Court of Appeal would have resolved or ruled on the reconsideration application so that at least finally this matter can proceed.
Mr. Mhaga, one of the interesting things that was said by the judge Piet Koen here is that while the NPA has credited Mr. Zuma's persistent appeals of the rulings against him, the NPA has actually tagged that as delay tactics, as a Stalingrad approach, but the judge actually disagreed with that by saying that actually Mr. Zuma is entitled to this and it is his constitutional right.
Look, the appeals and the interlocutory applications and all the challenges have had the ripple effect of delaying the trial. That cannot be disputed. However, our main focus now is channeling all our resources on ensuring that the trial does resume finally after a protracted process.
Are you still ready? Are you confident this particular trial will finally sit by the end of this year?
We can only hope that it does. We hope that he will recover in time for the matter to proceed.